Welcome to GK class. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is chapter number 23. And the name of the chapter is Lost Cities of the World. But now we will talk about the exact meaning of lost city. A lost city is a settlement that fell into a terminal decline and became extensively or completely uninhabited, with the consequence that the site's former significance was no longer known to the wider world, and the location of many lost cities have been forgotten. But some have been rediscovered and studied extensively by scientists. So students, there are many lost cities in the world, but today we will talk about few of them. So let's get started. So here I have written some of the lost cities in the world, so which are as number 1, Petra, which is in Jordan; number 2, Chichen Itza, which is in Mexico; number 3, Machu Picchu, which is in Peru; number 4, Memphis, which is in Tennessee; number 5, that is Pompeii, which is in Italy; number 6, Vijaynagar, which is in India; number 7, Troy, which is in Turkey; and number 8, Babylon, which is in Babylonia. Right? So now student, we will talk about them one by one. So let's get started. So here is the first picture of Machu Picchu. Now, more than 7,000 feet above sea level in the Andes mountain, Machu Picchu is the most visited tourist destination in Peru. A symbol of the Incan Empire and built around 1450 AD, Machu Picchu was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983 and was named one of the new 7 wonders of world in 2007. Despite its distinction as one of the most iconic and important archaeological sites in the world, the origin of Machu Picchu remains a mystery. The Inca left no record of why they built the site or how they used it before it was abandoned in the early 16th century. Now here next picture is of Petra. So Petra is a historical and archaeological city in the southern Jordan, and the city is famous for its rock-cut architecture and water conduit system. Following the breakup of the Roman Empire, Petra became a provincial capital under the Byzantine Empire. But when that in turn fell to the Muslim forces in the 7th century, Petra disappeared. In ruins after a series of earthquakes, it came to be known as Wadi Musa, which is the Valley of Moses. The next one we will talk about Pompeii. The city of Pompeii is famous because it was destroyed in 79 CE when a nearby volcano erupted, covering it in at least 19 feet 6 meters of ash and other volcanic debris. The archaeological sites at and around Pompeii are important because they provide a unique source of information about many aspects of social, economic, religious, and political life of the ancient world. Now, next, we are going to talk about Memphis. Memphis is a city on the Mississippi River in the southwest Tennessee, famous for the influential strains of blues, souls, and rock and roll that originated there. In 2014, the city of Memphis ranked 11th in the violent crimes for the major cities around the US. In 2006, Memphis led the nation in number of violent crimes. In 2001 and 2005 and 2007, Memphis ranked second most dangerous in the nation amongst the cities with a population over 5 lakhs. It is also ranked as most dangerous in 2002. Next here is the picture of Babylon, which is in Babylonia. So, Babylon was the capital city of Babylonia, a kingdom in the ancient Mesopotamia between the 18th and 16th century BC. And it was built among the left and right banks of the Euphrates River with the steep embankments to contain the river's seasonal floods. Now, next one is Vijayanagar. The Vijayanagar Empire was based in the Deccan Plateau region in the South India. It was established in 1336 by the brothers Harihara and Bukharaya of Sangam dynasty. The conflicts over the succession of the throne after Krishnadevaraya died, the unity of the Deccan Sultanates, the critical mistakes made by Ramaraya. The Vijayanagara defeated at the Battle of Talikota, the sacking and the destruction of Hampi. Vijayanagar is considered as the central and the eastern part of the state and close to the Andhra Pradesh border. Here now, next we are going to talk about Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza is classified as one of the new seven wonders of the world and in 1988 was enlisted as an UNESCO World Heritage Site. The term Chichen Itza means the mouth at the well of Itza. It is believed Itza means water magicians, deriving from the Mayan Itza for magic and for water. Despite all its of unsafe Mexico's places, Chichen Itza is far from dangerous. The place receives over 1 million tourists a year and approximately 70% of them are foreigners. You can imagine that this is one of the most visited places in the world, so it's totally safe to visit. Now next we are going to talk about Troy. In legend, Troy is a city that was besieged for 10 years and eventually conquered by a Greek army led by the king Agamemnon. And the reason for this Trojan War was, according to Homer's Iliad, the abduction of Helen, a queen from Sparta. This abduction was done by Paris and the son of Troy's king Priam. Now, after studying all the lost cities of the world, we reach to the conclusion that the search for such lost cities by European explorers and the adventurers in Africa, the Americas, and the Southeast Asia from the 15th century onward eventually led to the development of archaeology. Cities may become lost for a variety of reasons, including natural disasters, economic or social upheaval, or war. So students, today we have discussed about the lost cities of the world. Now I hope all of you have understood all about this chapter. And now for your convenience, I have solved the exercise of this chapter. Now please try to revise this chapter and try to do this exercise by yourself. Thank you.